very funny comedian. He's at the Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota, February the 28th through March the 3rd. Please welcome Chad Daniels, everybody. Chad Daniels.
Hello. How's it going? All right. Nice. I just went to my high school football coach's funeral. I leaned over the casket and I whispered, "You walk it off." Yeah, that's right. I recently went to a food court at an airport, and I ordered a hamburger, and I took the pickle off it, and this guy goes, "Why didn't you order without the pickle?" Who are you? And he goes, "When I order a hamburger and I don't want the pickle, I just order without the pickle." Well, you're the best. Didn't you get your letter? You won life. Then he said, "There are homeless people." Yeah, but at the airport? Are they here off jet setting to their other not home? Not to mention the fact that if someone says I'm hungry and you give that person a pickle, you're a monster. Because pickles are salty and now that person is thirsty. Do you have anything to wash down that pickle? Yeah, I do. Here's some soy sauce. Red Cat, full sodium. Your move, homeless. I come from a broken home, which is not that unusual these days. My parents used to always threaten each other with divorce, and you hear that as a little kid and you think that is the worst thing one person can say to another person. Now I'm married, not that bad. I love my wife, and it would hurt if she left, but there would be good days. How about the day I get to go canoeing with somebody else and don't have to do all the paddling? Hey, now we're talking. That'd be a great day at my house. I live on a river. My wife said, "Let's get a canoe. Let's paddle upstream. Let's float back down." I don't think my wife knows what "let's" means. Because I put the canoe in the water, I started paddling, and she had not brought a paddle onto the canoe. I said, "Hey, what's going on up there?" She goes, "I'm taking pictures." Well, you could sketch it, because we're not moving. It was like I was on a canoe treadmill or something. You cannot get going, right? And 3 big swipes out of me when you're in the back and you're steering. We were in the side of the riverbank. And she turns around and says, "What are you doing back there?" And I was like, "Oh, I will kill you." She said, "Why are you whispering?" "Because sound travels over water." And that last phrase makes it premeditated. Who thinks it's a good idea to paddle upstream, right? Maybe when we're done, we could throw raspberries at the moon. That's just as logical of a thought. Then my wife had an epiphany. She said, "I know, let's bring the kids next time." Absolutely. Why wouldn't we bring the kids? Kids fix everything. Right? You ever having a bad day? Get some kids in there. See what happens. Let's mix this thing up with a little sunshine and rainbow. My kids got on the canoe, and my son was like, "What's on this side? What's on this side? What's on this side?" So the canoe is rocking back and forth. My daughter's like, "We're all gonna die!" Yeah, well, maybe. If this keeps up, perhaps. One day my kid said, "Why'd you take away our life jackets?" "Because you're not listening." My wife, I'm willing to agree that I married up, but not to the level she thinks. One day she said, "Hey, Chad, what would you ever do without me?" And I said, "I don't know. Why don't you open up my laptop and click on the folder entitled Finally?" You'll notice at the top, it says, "Buy a kayak." That's a 1-person canoe. Thank you guys very much. Thanks. Thank you.